Okay, back to density. So we're going to measure the density of a rectangular solid. And what we're going to do is that we're going to measure this box. This is the box that that our little scale came in. And so we're going to measure that. That's a rectangular solid. Rectangular solid. So let's to the volume. So in order to get the volume, we need to measure the length, the width, and the height. So the length in this case, and I'm going to push that together. So the length is right here. So the length is millimeters, 15 millimeters. The length is 15 millimeters. Excuse me, 15 centimeters. What am I thinking? My bad. 15 centimeters. Okay, and interestingly, let's take a look at how many centimeters are in an inch. Take a look at this. This always kind of interests me, you know, because we use inches and the rest of the world uses centimeters. But here's 1 centimeter from here to here. All these are little millimeters, okay? But 1 centimeter from here to here, and another centimeter from here to here. And here's 1 inch, 12 to 11, 1 inch. And it is right at 2.5 centimeters per inch. I find that to be fascinating. That's because I'm a geek, right? Okay, me and Mr. Connors. Yeah, and Mr. Pigeon. No, Mr. Pigeon, he's an English guy. English language, Spanish. He does all that stuff. He and Mr. Newley. Okay, so the length was 15 centimeters. The width is, let's see, 4. The width is 4 centimeters, and the height, let's see, the height is 13 centimeters. So we got 15, 4, 13. So the volume for that, if we got to measure, we have to multiply the length times the width times the height to get the volume. That gives it to us in cubic centimeters. So we're going to do the old thingy bobby here. Turn it on. So we got 15 times 4 times 13 gives us 780 cubic centimeters. So the volume equals 780 cubic centimeters. 780 cubic centimeters. Now, how much, what's the mass of this guy? So now we're going to weigh it. Turn our scale on. Boom. Wait till it goes to 0. Okay, now we go. 305 grams. 306 grams. 306 grams even. So the mass is 306 grams. So the density is 306 grams divided by, okay, how many would we say? 780? 780 cubic centimeters. 780 cubic centimeters. Huh. Okay. So the density is equal to, okay, 780. So 700 and we got 780. So 360, 780. So now we got to divide the mass. So 306 grams. Divide that by 780 cubic centimeters. 306 divided by 780. And that gives us density is 0.39 grams per cubic centimeter. And there she goes, 300 grams per cubic centimeters. Circle that baby. Circle this baby. Now I wrote down here, 1 milliliter is equal to 1 cubic centimeter. Isn't that interesting? And that's going to become important here coming up. But if our deal was true, then this thing should float, huh? Is this going to float? I don't know. Is it going to float? I have some water over here. Is this going to float in the water? Oh my gosh, look at that. It floats. Doesn't sink. Okay. Okay, so it is lighter than water and it does not sink. Lighter than water. Water is heavier. Water is heavier. Huh. Okay. So that is how to calculate the density of a rectangular solid. And so you find out its length, its width, and its height. Multiply those three times each other. You get a number in cubic centimeters. Then you measure the mass. The mass in this case was 306 grams. And then you divide the grams by the cubic centimeters. Remember, density is the amount of mass, or a lot of people use weight, is the amount of substance per 1 unit of volume. And we always compare it to water, don't we? Okay, so 0.39 grams per cubic centimeter.